Well, hey there, it's Alka.
And Jen, and welcome to the Proof It Is Possible to Make Money on Zazzle chat and presentation. Just going to wait a moment to get everyone to come on live here. We're going live on Facebook and also on YouTube. And we are going to be showing you some wonderful testimonials of some Profit by Design Academy clients who have had success in their Zazzle journey and Zazzle business because of our training through the Profit by Design Academy. And they've been so gracious to let us use their information and testimonials. And we've compiled a really great presentation for you so that you can listen to their voices and read their testimonials and be inspired to hopefully have that, same sort of, oomph and also like just inspiration to do the same in your Zazzle business. Because we know that a lot of people who are on Zazzle and they've been on Zazzle for many years or months and you don't see sales or you don't have people to talk to about how you can improve your Zazzle business, then you can get really defeated sometimes. And we do have a lot of people, and we're going into our free Facebook group here, and our YouTube channel, which means that you are part of a free community where you can be inspired and chat with other people within this community. But we want to give you some information and some real life testimonials of Profit by Design Academy clients who have gone through our course and have been part of our paid training, because the free content that we have give to you in terms of our free training and everything is just the beginning of everything. And our Profit by Design Academy is above and beyond our free training. And then this is why we're presenting you their testimonials to show you what's beyond the next step, right?
And it's so fun because as we're doing this presentation, Jen's getting emails. You just sold another Zazzle product. So it's kind of fun. You have to realize that taking it from a hobby, which even if you want to earn a business type of income from the Zazzle platform, you have to switch from hobby to business practices in order for things to start working. And more than likely, it's not because you don't know how to do business. It's more that you don't know how to do the business on the Zazzle platform. We have a lot of clients who come from Redbubble and Etsy and Amazon, and they go like, I just can't figure Zazzle out because it's so different. And we're here to help you with that. That's what our forte is. We have been teaching about Zazzle and how to make money on Zazzle for 4 years plus. And then now also in terms of the time that we've been on Zazzle, I think it's 14 years.
Yep.
And it's just that we have a lot of experience. We've suffered through the lows. We've tried to figure it out. It didn't work for a while. Then we figured it out. But the way we did that is we applied business principles. And then now with the business principles that we teach, we've created them and put them into a nice little format. The processes are the 5 strategies, which we teach in the Profit by Design Academy. And they're just basic business principles, but they have a Zazzle twist to them because we understand the Zazzle platform. And that's really the only thing. We're not any more creative than you are. We're not any more intelligent than you are. The most important thing is we're following a proven plan, and we figured out that proven plan through hard work and lots of failures. But now that our clients are using the proven plan, they're having a much easier time of it. For example, Jen and I have combined sold $15 million worth of Zazzle product in the last 14 years. And the clients that we know about in terms of their earnings, since we started teaching in 2017, they've already made $30 million in sales combined. And so they're just like doubling and tripling what's we created as possibilities for us. They're now moving into that. Now, that's not to say everybody's made 30 millions in sales. It's combined. And same with Jen, it's our combined. But it just goes to show you that there's still enough room for everybody. As people come onto the Zazzle platform now, it's not that you have to be an old and established seller in order to make money. In fact, that's been completely blown out of the water because of our current students and clients. They're just doing really, really well, and there's absolutely nothing stopping them. They're brand new. There's nothing that's sort of a favoritism or anything like that. It's just because they know how to run a business. They know what to deliver on the Zazzle platform that will sell. And that's really the thing that you have to make a decision on when you're creating your Zazzle business is, where do you fit in on this sort of spectrum of more likely hobby to full-on business, and then that actually kind of equates with the earnings that people are seeing on the Zazzle platform. And the But a lot of people that we hear from are the people who are in the hobby stage and who are making very little, and they go like, "That's probably all I can do." And we have so many clients who were in that situation, then they signed up with our training, and now they're the top earners in our community.
Mhm.
And it's not because they never had the oomph or the thing or the creative knack or the ability to run a business. It was just that they didn't know how to do it. And following the proven plan just made it a lot easier. And now they're just plugging in the formula. And so thank you so much for joining us here. And we're just kind of like talking through things, a couple of sort of interesting things initially, just to get people introduced to us. Because if this is your first video with us, obviously I'm Elka and this is Jen, my daughter, and the two of us are just like total Zazzle geeks. That's what we love doing. We love teaching people how to make money on the Zazzle platform. And we've now not only done it ourselves, and we're still on the Zazzle platform and making money month by month, but we are also teaching others. And we're so excited and happy for those people because we don't hold back. We tell people what works for us, and then they do it and it works for them. And it's really wonderful to see the successes because, as we're going to find out, people's lives have changed. It's not just about the money. It's also about feeling more independent, feeling that there's another alternative, feeling that there's hope, that there could be a change in people's lives. And we've taught people from all over the world, and we're just thrilled that basically it doesn't matter. There's no barrier to entry, young or old, one side of the world or the other, whether you're, have a lot of money or experience or you don't. It's just a matter of using the platform, making sure that you're fulfilling that need for the customer, so that they have that product to buy that you put up virtually in your own store, and then the sales will start coming in. And this is so easy yet so hard. And that's why we have these programs, and people who have been with us since 2017, they're just now getting those big numbers in terms of earnings. For example, one of our top clients, Brandon, which we talk about a lot in our sales comment and testimonials, he's now at $434,000 in lifetime earnings, which means that he's made $4 million in sales in lifetime. And that's taken him from 2017 to now. And so it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's a very nice, dependable income. And he is the one that's making that kind of money while not working that much. And in fact, in 2022, in the last 4 months, he's made over $100,000 already. So in the first quarter of this year, he's already sold $1 million worth of his Zazzle products. And that's just because he's put all those foundations in place, used the 5 strategies, and continued to get the help he needed and the coaching and consulting up until, like, even now, he's still getting help from us. Why? Because as your business grows, it's evolving. And so you need that training to run your business at all these different higher earning levels. And because of that, it's so valuable to continue to get help and be in a community that's supportive and keeps you going, because you're running your own business and it's kind of lonely. And the idea here is that you're going to hear about a lot of different other people, not just Brandon, who are making it work for them. And that's so exciting. And that's what we thrive on, because we were kind of in a way giving back. We have a lot of free content. Obviously, we also have paid content, and that's where the magic happens, because that's where we can get really in depth with your particular store and get to know you. And pretty much whoever's really involved in our training and coaching, we know them, we understand them, we know what their stores are, we know what their goals are. And that's the kind of community we fostered and created. And we're so excited because then we're also right in there. It's almost as if we're their friends, and they are, sharing their earnings with us, and we're so excited for them.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. We have a good group of people on. If you're live with us on Facebook or on YouTube, you can write in the chat and say hi. And we've got, a lot of people with us today. So we're going to start the presentation. I'm going to share my screen really quickly. And then you can also write in the comments what you think of everyone's testimonials, because we would love to hear your feedback. And also, just if you're on Zazzle, or if you aren't, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the platform and the program, we would love to know your thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to share my presentation here, and we're going to get started. Here we go. Is that stop sharing? Okay, here. Just don't know why it didn't go into full screen, but that's interesting. I'm just going to go back to StreamYard for a second. Here. Okay, perfect. Full screen. Awesome. Alrighty. So welcome to the Profit by Design Academy testimonials with Jen and Elka. What's up?
Oh, I'm just putting the volume up so everyone can hear, because some people's voices are a little bit...
Hi, Jen and Alka. It's Rebecca in the UK. I wanted to send you a really quick message. Just had a fantastic weekend of sales. Things that without your course, I would never have even dreamed of making. If you've got people that are sitting on the fence, they're not sure, does the system really work? Are Jen and Elka for real? They're for real. Their system really works. And you have literally changed my life. And I don't think there's many courses out there that someone's going to say that about. So hope you're having a fantastic time, and I'll speak to you really soon in the group.
Wonderful. Yeah, Rebecca's a lovely lady from the UK, and she has given us so many wonderful emails and just given us such great feedback in terms of how we've helped her along her way with her Zazzle journey. And she's very grateful for being part of our community. And she really means it when we say that we changed her life. It's not just a figure of speech. We definitely helped her out of some situations where she wanted to move forward and be more financially secure. So this is a woman who's part of our Profit by Design Academy group. And this is a Kajabi, like a community post that she said in one of our win threads. And she says, I came into 2022 with a whopping $77 in lifetime earnings. If you don't know what lifetime earnings means, it means how much money you've made over your entire career on Zazzle. And so that means that depending on how long she had been on her Zazzle account for, $77 in her lifetime earnings is really not that much in terms of the grand scheme of things. And so she said she just crossed $10,000 in lifetime earnings at the beginning of June, and she can hardly believe it. That means in 6 months, she has made basically $10,000 and made $100,000 in sales on Zazzle. If you understand what that means, you get a 10% royalty. So she has pocketed $10,000 in the last 6 months, which is amazing, going from $77 at the beginning of January.
And just to be clear, these are people's results that are true. However, we can't make any income claim statements, just so that you're aware. We want to give you that hope that it's possible, but you have to do the work, and you have to make it happen for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is another person who's in our Profit by Design Academy. His name is Mark, and he said today was a big day with 2 milestones reached. So in one day, think about it, he made $237 in earnings, which is amazing. It's his first highest daily record of anything that he's ever earned on Zazzle. That's almost $250 US in earnings. And he says, I have now zoomed past the $19,000 in earnings, which is absolutely amazing. So that means his lifetime earnings is almost at $20,000 in total. So he says, be encouraged, people, and you can do it. And as Elka mentioned, we can never make income claim statements, but these are words from our clients' mouths saying they were in the same position as you, whatever position you might have been, where you've started out on Zazzle recently, or you've been on Zazzle for years and you're struggling. There are people from all walks of life in our program, and they have been able to succeed and overcome their obstacles with our guidance. Okay, so Marina says, I started in January and I just passed $300 in earnings. I'm now seeing the sales start to be almost daily, so I'm very excited for the future. It feels like the work I've done with the help of this community is working. And I put this one in here because I know that sometimes and Elka and I, we talk about Brandon, we talk about Christine, we talk about all these people who are making thousands and thousands of dollars each month, but there are people who are just starting out like you, and even in surpassing $300 in earnings, that's an amazing feat, right? It's an amazing accomplishment, and we want to celebrate Marina and celebrate everyone in our community, no matter what your earnings are. Everyone who earns something on Zazzle is an accomplishment and is a reason to celebrate, right? Whatever it may be. And so Marina is extremely happy that she is now past $300 in earnings, and I'm really looking forward to see what comes in the future for her.
Well, and also the thing that's so important is I jumped around like crazy when I made my first 29 cents in royalty, because that was my very first sale.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's thought I was going crazy. But it was not that it was 29 cents. It was that it worked, that I got it to work. And then from that point on, it was a lot easier for me to say, okay, I can make it work again.
Mm-hmm.
And so we celebrate some of these like we celebrate all of these wonderful wins that are the beginning wins, because they're the ones that build their confidence the most, and they are the people that need it the most. And I think that's because that's what we were in our first year. Well, I made less than $90. Jen made less than $90, and it was heartbreaking. It was stressful. It was overwhelming. It made me reconsider my choices, and I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I also shamed myself a lot. And so that's super, super important, to feel really good that you got something to work. It's not the dollar amount, it's that it worked. And then you can just repeat it and make it work again. And that's really, really enlightening, and like drops my shoulders. And I'm so excited for everyone.
Yes.
Hey there, this is Angel O'Grady. I just wanted to say how grateful I am for joining the Profit of Design Academy and for doing the PDA bootcamp. I feel that the vast amount of information in this course gives me everything that I need in order to be successful in my Zazzle business. I love the sense of community. And I have to say, one of the biggest things that I take away from this course is to stay positive. If I implement the strategies and I do the coursework and I stay positive, I have a great chance for success. I am truly grateful for all that Jen and Elka do and how they make me feel that they truly care about my success in my Zazzle business.
Hi, Jen. My favorite part of the PDA is the list of 25 products to grow your business. I have used that every single day since I saw it 3 years ago. At that time, I was lucky to get one sale for 25 cents a day. I'm so happy to share the news with you and Elka that for the past 5 days, I have met my dream goal of $200 a day every day. I've averaged a little over $200. I can't believe I did this, and I did it with your help and the PDA, and I am so excited to see what comes next. Thank you so much.
I have to just jump in. Some of these testimonials are from a couple months ago, and they have surpassed some of these earnings as well. So Nelda is definitely on, like she's rocking it. And just wanted to say everybody is always improving, and their strategies are always being like this. The 5 strategies that we teach in the Profit by Design Academy help everyone improve, whether that be through earnings or views or just your own personal mindset and business sense. Every single day, everyone is always getting better.
We're so happy.
Yeah.
I'm Laura Sweat, and I wanted to say that Elke saw the kind of artist that I wanted to become, and I've always wanted to create beautiful and cute designs, and now I'm doing that. Elke and Jen helped me realize my dream, which is to own a business online. I really struggle with many things in owning a business online. And through their courses and support and mentoring, I found confidence that helps me on a daily basis. Now I'm making more monthly money so that I can help pay the bills. I look forward to retiring my husband from his day job. Thank you, Elke and Jen. Have a great day.
Hi, Jen and Elka. I just wanted to say that the Profit by Design Academy is probably my favorite program because it's so comprehensive. I have an autistic son and was looking for something that I could do from home to support us. I tried Etsy and Cafe Press, but didn't make much for the work I was doing. And then I found an interview of Elka on YouTube, which led me to her blog. I knew this was the breakthrough I needed, and I started taking her courses. The Profit by Design Academy was a game changer. It gave me the skills I needed to set up a proper business, from store setup to design to analyzing for maximum profit. I love the community that Jen and Elka have set up and how available everyone is to answer questions and help each other. If you're serious about having a successful online business, the Profit by Design Academy is the foundation you need to start. And I am so grateful to Jen and Elka for all of their guidance and help on this journey.
Okay, so this one here is Annie. And she says, I want to encourage everyone who is questioning, should I jump in? Just to jump. It would be wonderful to for both personal and business wise. Definitely life changing in so many beautiful ways. And she's speaking about the Profit by Design Academy. As I mentioned, the heart and mind changes were completely unexpected. I had carried around hurt, pain, anger, frustration, anxiety, fear for years. Those are very, very harsh words, eh? And all of that is gone. I'm so happy to say that I'm free from the past negativity and I'm happily living in a safe, calm, peaceful, grateful, open space. That alone is more worth than any amount of money spent on a class or two. Then there's the business side. I would have been completely lost without your classes and mentoring. I went from $102 total in 2018 to $686,870 last year. And this was from a while back. This is just such a wonderful testimonial because she talks a lot about mindset as well. And she says that it looks like it's going to be doubling or more. I went from $101.29 days to $25 to $70 a day. I actually had my highest day ever this week, which was $121.79, which is extremely exciting. I'm always cautious. You know that about me. I have to think things through, but sometimes you just have to jump and take a leap of faith. Trust that you're doing the right thing for you and your business to grow and move forward. I'm so glad that I did. It's invaluable, as are all of your courses and boot camps. Thank you so much for all that you do to help others grow and learn and become their best selves. I am eternally grateful.
And we just are so pleased and happy for Annie.
Yeah. So this is Brandon, and we've talked a lot about him. And Mom has to tell me if this needs updating. This comes from our website.
This is already because I said that he made it another $100,000 just between January and May of this year. So that 3 is now a 4.
Yeah,
and we're just so excited for Brandon.
Yes, this is on our website, and I took this screenshot. Only a couple.
We have to keep updating.
We have to keep updating him
like monthly because of his success, which is awesome.
Yeah. So this should say I have sold over $4 million worth of products on Zazzle, and it says for the first 5 years I struggled on my own to earn money on Zazzle. Then I found Elka and Jen, and I invested in all of their training in 4 years, and so now it's updated. Elka and Jen's training has helped me sell over $4 million worth of products on Zazzle and earned over $400,000.
Yeah. As of end of May, he's at $434,000. And he's such a kind gentleman that he always shares his results, because the story is that at the beginning, when he first came across our training, he goes like, you can't possibly, I'm going to prove you wrong, that I can only work 20 hours a month and start making the money that I want. And he proved me right instead. And so he has a day job, and it's very busy, and sometimes he can't even commit to the 20 hours a month, which is what we recommend and how we teach the Profit by Design Academy. So if you're trying to do a side hustle, this is all geared up to do it in 20 hours a month. And yes, some people go like, that's crazy, but honestly, the work that needs to be done can be done in 20 hours. And that's what Brandon did, and he literally kept track of his time. He kept track of his earnings, and since the beginning, he's been really gracious in sharing. So if you've seen any of our old videos or blog posts or whatever, you've always seen his journey, and we're always updating it. And we're so thrilled that he has been so successful in his journey all the way along.
Yes, definitely. So this is now Susan. And she says, I earned $100,000 while working only a few hours and enjoying my retirement. As I mentioned before, we have so many people from different areas of life, different backgrounds, different ages. And some people, obviously, maybe even yourself included, if you're listening, that you want to just retire. You want to stop working and just have the money come in and do the things you love to do. And so that's exactly what Susan is doing. And what she did to build up her Zazzle business was for the fact that she wanted to just enjoy. And so she's now saying, I had earned $12,000 on my own, but after enrolling in the Profit by Design Academy with Jen and Elka, they helped me double my income every year. And 4 years later, and this is also an older testimonial, but she's 4 years later, I earned $100,000 while working only a few hours and enjoying my retirement. And she's still enjoying her retirement and having a nice time.
No, she's just a wonderful lady. She got really involved with all the things that you can do when you're retired, and seniors groups and stuff like that. while her Zazzle business is running, and every so often she gives us an update as to where she is with her earnings as well. So
all right. And then this is Gree. So Jen and Elka helped me earn over $100,000 on Zazzle. And speaking about different people from different places in the world, Gree is a wonderful lady from Norway. And so even if English isn't your second language, we help students, and we have
even if it is your
or sorry, even if English is your second language, I said that weird. And English is not your first language.
Yeah.
Then we maybe English isn't my first language. I don't know.
No, it is. Don't worry.
Even if it isn't your first language, then we help you with the language barrier. We always are very, respectful of where you come from. And if you have those obstacles, we help you along the way, no matter what. And so Jen and Elka helped me earn over $100,000 on Zazzle, and they helped me believe I could build a successful online business. And now I celebrate with pink champagne every time I reach a new milestone.
Yeah, she's so much fun. Initially, she was working on a charm bracelet, but every 10,000, she'd give herself another charm bracelet, and it was getting too heavy. So she had to find a new way to celebrate. That's so much fun. But yeah, so for her, it was a really big switch once we helped her with her SEO, which was her titles and her tags. And that, of course, is where the language barrier came in. And her products were amazing, her designs were amazing, but the problem was the products weren't being found. And as soon as we helped her with that, it was, so like total night and day.
Yeah. All right. So this is Sandra, and she says, I have achieved over $30,000 in lifetime earnings. I found out about Elka's training only a couple months after opening my Zazzle business in 2018. Since then, my sales have skyrocketed, and recently in December 2021, I achieved $30,000 in lifetime earnings. In the last few weeks, my earnings have exceeded $1,000. My weekly earnings, which is beyond my wildest dreams. This has made working on Zazzle even more fun. And she is one of actually our private one-on-one coaching clients right now. And she's
already doubled that.
She's doubled it, and she's loving life. She just recently became a grandmother. And so she's just really happy that she can now use this business to have more free time to spend with her family. And she's actually got her daughter-in-law involved on Zazzle as well, which is fun. Okay. So this is Wendy, and Wendy, we have to update everybody's testimonials because we've recently talked to people
I know
in the
they've
last
just
couple of weeks.
given us up some updates.
Well, because we've hit a 6-month mark. That's how we kind of move. Since June, right? We're on the mid-year mark. So Wendy says.
But even these results, because we actually start putting the dates in because we just need to keep track. And so as of the December 31st, 2021, this is how much Wendy has earned. And it's so exciting because we met her in person at our mastermind in Australia, and she had I think it was just like under 15,000 at that point, and just some things that we helped her with in terms of understanding the numbers, understanding the tech, helping her put it move into that niche that she could really thrive in, where the big changers in terms of her ability to just skyrocket exponential sales, which is really awesome.
Yeah. So I got off to a slow start because I got stuck in the tech, but Jen and Elka got me unstuck and helped me work smarter and not harder. I followed their product production plan to achieve my first $5,000 earnings in 1 month on Zazzle sooner than I ever thought possible. By December 31st, 2021, I had achieved $134,000 in lifetime earnings. Jen and Elka's coaching has allowed me to feel confident that I can be successful as an online entrepreneur. She's part of one of our masterminds now called the 7-Figure Seller Mastermind. And because she's higher up in the scheme of earnings and stuff. And she told us that she has the goal to reach within 1 year, because here she says, I've reached $134,000 in sales within her lifetime earnings on Zazzle. And now she wants to do $1 million in sales. So earn $100,000 in 1 year. And she's on track to do that. So she's really excited to earn hopefully $100,000 in 1 year. Okay, so then Christine as well, she says she's actually higher now. I'm at a total of $300,000 in lifetime earnings, which has increased. I love Zazzle. I still work at my 9 to 5 shop at my parents' business. At night, I work on Zazzle as my side hustle, which is really interesting. She's from the Philippines and she works a very, very full-time job with her parents and family business. And so Zazzle was kind of her hobby on the side. And as Elka mentioned in this beginning of this presentation, Brandon and her, who are our top students, they have very limited time to actually dedicate to their Zazzle business. So they know exactly, this needs to be done during this time period. And so there's no nonsense. And because there's no nonsense, they have actually put in the actual smart work to get things done and accomplished. And so it's really amazing to see how they have,
Proven the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for 2 years, I tried to make Zazzle work on my own. Oh, I have it. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, for 2 years, I've tried to make Zazzle work on my own, but I only earned $130. After I signed up with Jen and Elka in 2018, I started earning much more money. In 2020, I earned $100,000. So that's the time when COVID hit, and we helped our students and clients to do a complete COVID pivot. And so that really paid off for Christine. And then in 2021, I earned it. I'm reading it, so she earned $150,000 in that 1 year. And this is why some of our clients are not just looking at lifetime earnings anymore. They're actually trying to be as earn as much in 1 year. This is now the new goal. And it's lovely to see that people are starting to earn 6 figures in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so as of last year, December 2021, Christine has made over $300,000. She's close to $400,000 now in the first 6 months of 2022.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Okay. So these are the end of our testimonials, but this is just sort of a recap of showing you, and these numbers have changed again, but it's showing you how much we've impacted everybody's lives. And we have reached so many wonderful people on the online platform on Zazzle, helped so many designers, and have helped so many people reach certain levels in their income earnings. And we have, worldwide, internationally known, and we want to help you. That's our mission, is to help you build a 6-figure and or 7-figure Zazzle business as fast as possible. And it is possible for sure, because you can first of all see the proof, and then also myself and Elko, we were the beginning of it,
the initial
right?
proof.
Yeah, the initial proof.
I mean, there's other people on Zazzle that have made the money, but no one's out there saying this is how I did it.
Yeah. And so we're here to help you. And that's where the Profit by Design Academy comes in, is that we have, Elka created the 5 strategies, and all of those 5 strategies are what we teach to our clients, and we teach them the exact same way that we learned them and implemented them into our Zazzle store and business. And by our clients implementing them the way that we've implemented them into our own business, they have seen those results. And unfortunately, there are people who are on Zazzle and they treat it as a business, treat it as a hobby and not as a business. And they don't either put in all of those 5 strategies, or they're trying to work really, really hard and they don't see the results. And the reason why they don't see the results is because you're just throwing spaghetti at the walls. We use that saying a lot, right? And just trying to see what happens and see if things stick. And we understand your frustration, and we understand your just the feeling of giving up too. We've definitely been in that situation before, and we are here to say that there is possibilities out there for you to change the route that you're on and change the path. No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I'd like to open the floor for questions. Excuse me.
Open the floor for questions. So if anybody, we do have a lot of people online on YouTube and on Facebook with us right now. So we have had some people who, I'm reading the chat here in the back end, who have said hello and hey and where they're from. But if you would like to ask any questions regarding what we spoke about, and or any questions about the Profit by Design Academy, then it would be wonderful for you to pop those in now, because we have a couple minutes where we can spend some time with you. Judy says, that's so amazing to see these testimonials. Thanks. Yes, we've got a lot of people here. So we'll wait a couple seconds for you to type those in, because it takes a while.
Yeah.
But for me personally, it's been an amazing journey on Zazzle. It has changed so much from the beginning. As Elka mentioned, we've been on Zazzle for 14 years now, and to have the ability to have a business that has the potential to stay with you for the rest of your life, let's say, as long as business is good with Zazzle and Zazzle stays online, then it is a life changer. I started my business when I was in university, and now 14 years later, it is still with me and it provides me an income. It had allowed me to travel the world and also live in another country besides my home country without having, quote unquote, a job or, finding work to provide for myself. I was able to support and sustain myself and live in another country because I had internet and a computer, which is awesome. And nowadays, although COVID did definitely restrict us in certain aspects for traveling, it definitely showed us the what do I want to say here? It showed us the importance of security of having a financial backup, let's say, because a lot of people had their hours cut with jobs. They had problems, traveling. You maybe got sick. Maybe you needed to take care of family members. Maybe your entire life uprooted and changed it for whatever reason. And our Zazzle businesses had helped us through that time. And then also some of our clients made their best months ever during COVID because they worked really hard at working smarter and they skyrocketed. And they were just extremely thankful that they came into the Profit by Design Academy and implemented the strategies when they did, because they would have been very in a much a different situation. I'm tripping up on certain words today. They would have been in a completely different situation if they would not have had that Zazzle income come in, and they have had their lives change. And going forward, they're just extremely grateful that now they can have that business continue running for them and have that income.
And some people thought that maybe during COVID, their Zazzle earnings would go down, but anyone who was in our Profit by Design Academy, which at that point had this membership associated with it, they got, because I just sort of sat down and I said, that's it, I'm making a COVID pivot guide. And everyone who got that and used it made a lot of money that in 2020 because of the suggestions I made in terms of how to run the business. And so that's really important that you remember that if you're in a community where people are all there for the same goal of being successful on the platform, on the Zazzle platform in this case, then you've got that community around you and that support. And that's why the Profit by Design Academy now has a coaching component, which you are part of for an entire year. Initially, and there's a Groovy Chick has said, well, what happens if I did the course before, which was a self-study? And yeah, so you got the important information, you got your little business plan in terms of the 5 strategies and how to implement them. But what we really noticed, and this is exactly what Groovy Chick said, is people needed mindset help. People needed hands-on reviewing of, this is the product they made, the design they made. How can we as coaches look at the design, tweak it a little bit, make suggestions, also help you with the titles and the tags, so that not only do you it's resulting in a better design that might sell more frequently than if you didn't have that tweak, also the SEO, which means that your product would get found better. And those changes were instrumental to helping Brandon, Christine, Wendy, Gree, all the people we talked about. And so we said, let's put that all in the 1-year coaching package with the Profit by Design Academy, so that you get the skills training, you get the mindset training, you get a whole strategy training in terms of how to run your business, how to strategize, how to make your hours work while you're making so many products, and what do you focus on. All of those things get handled by weekly coaching calls. And so it's, even though it's called the Profit by Design Academy, it's a different course. It's because it's now a coaching program. So Groovy Chick and anyone else, you just join again. Even though you have the course, you had the course. Now you have the course plus the coaching for a year. And so that's the new way that we're handling it. And it's become so much more successful in terms of the results that students are seeing and clients are seeing. So this is the new normal, and you're more than welcome to join. It would be lovely to have you.
Yeah. And exactly. So Elka mentioned join that. So if you want to enroll, then it's at elkaclark.com/start and scale, or you can email us.
And then you said mastermind as well. And so if you are already at $10,000 or more in lifetime earnings, then we should talk and see where you're best to fit in, because we just had someone who started the Profit by Design Academy, and then we said, oh gosh, no, you're way too advanced. It's time for you to get into the mastermind, so that you get not only the mindset, but you also get really high level information and strategy on how you can get to the next level, which is 7 figures in sales.
Yes. So, and then we want to welcome Brianna, I hope I'm saying your name right. She came into the Profit by Design Academy today, and so she says was really inspired by your client stories and your free content, was super helpful. So I jumped into the PDA today. So we welcome her.
Welcome.
Yeah, she just signed up a couple hours ago. So she's probably already in our community and absorbing all the information, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
So welcome.
And Deborah just recently signed up, and Angela, she was in the Profit by Design Academy, but moved over to the mastermind.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the thing where, like, it's the weirdest thing, because we're here to help you, and we're saying come into the coaching program or into the mastermind. We're not here to sell a whole bunch of courses. We're here to create a community of really good sellers on the Zazzle platform. That's the difference. And what we've done with a lot of our free content, in fact, some of our clients do well with our free content, but it takes them a lot longer. And it's not as often that it happens. Whereas when people are in the community and in our programs, then there's a lot more there to help support people to get there faster to their end goal. And so that's why we keep doing this, because we're just Zazzle sellers ourselves. And we're so excited that what we do and that what we've done and how much we've accomplished, that's mirroring for people who want to get there too, who are being inspired by what we've done. And also really thankful and grateful for all the people who came in to our training and coaching. Who knew that we were so good at this? I didn't realize that initially. I was just dead scared that it would work for others, but it's working so well, and I'm so glad and excited. And so therefore we keep getting better at providing the programs, such as what Groovy Chick is asking about, that, every year or 2 years we update or we improve, and based on what others are doing and getting success in, we add that into our programs, our coaching, and we're so excited for all the successes. Okay.
Wonderful.
And Javita just joined recently too,
Yes.
and she's in India. So there's so many people that are realizing that they need more than just what they can do on their own. And it has nothing to do with who you are, what you're capable of. It's just that you're not trained to do the Zazzle platform work. And once you understand it, it's easy. And that's really important. Then it's just up to you to do the work. And a lot of people are very effective at doing that work.
Yeah. Should we go in? Did you want to show this, or?
That's up to you. Are there any questions about it? Because I mean, that's the thing. We take care of you, but in terms of what you just get over delivered in terms of help every month. Every week there's 4 monthly calls where you can be on in a group setting and ask questions. Then there's the entire digital course, which some people have purchased in the past, and that keeps getting updated based on the new things. In fact, we're in the middle of an update right now, and that's there, and you always get to keep that. But then the coaching and the mindset and the strategy and getting people to look at your things and getting that personalized attention, that makes the difference. Because what we found was some people do a lot of assuming. Let's say that's happened quite a bit, where people, even within the course, they say, okay, you know what, I did module 2. Now I know how to do titles and tags. I'm going to redo every single product I have on my store. And that's the worst mistake you can make, because you've just practiced once with one of our examples in the course, and all of a sudden now you're an expert. No, you're not. And so then they do all this work, which is so heartbreaking. And then they go like, I did all that work and nothing's selling. And it's like, but now, because of that scenario, we've built in that we routinely talk about titles and tags. We literally ask people to put their links into the chat, and then we say, okay, we're going to look at this product, and then we walk through, how should this title be, how should your tags be, what words do you need, what words don't you need, what order should they be in. And then those types of focused attention start to make people not only see results, in terms of sales, but they also get you to practice. And then you become much better. And you can also see others doing, or how we do it with other people's products. And then you start to learn. And there's a lot of replays that you can watch so that you can get that feeling of, yes, now I understand how to do titles and tags. Then you start to approach and fix some of the ones that you think should be selling and aren't selling.
Yeah.
And then this is just one aspect, right? Titles and tags. Then there's designing. There's how to organize your store, how to leverage collections to make a lot more referral money and extra sales for one customer. There's so much involved in maximizing and leveraging, like if you look at the numbers and you say, okay, well, this is really cool that Brendan made $100,000 in the last 4 months, like from January to May. But if you start to deconstruct it and you say, okay, wait a minute, that means he had to sell $100,000 worth of product. If it's t-shirts at $20,000 or $20, that means that, like, do the math, that's like what, $50,000, 50,000 t-shirts that he has to sell in 4 months. That doesn't seem possible, right? Whereas we're here to talk about how it is possible. And it comes from building, as Nelda said, building a group of products within your store that are true and tried sellers that you use effectively in all the different niches that Zazzle sells in. And then you make sure that you have products that are selling in all those niches. And that's what we help you do.
Yes. I like this comment from Angela. So Angela just came into our Profit by Design Academy and now our mastermind. And she says it might have been, she was on Zazzle for a really long time. So
And she's
actually
done
the
really
same
well.
amount of time that Elka and I have been on, because she
Yeah.
started right from the beginning.
And she's made quite a bit of money
Yes,
already.
she has. And then what I found interesting though, and she's told this in our sessions with her, is that she's finding tips in the PDA that she never focused on before, which is amazing. So I just can't wait to see what Angela accomplishes now with more strategy and more strategic action plans put in place with the PDA, because she, as Elka mentioned, and she mentioned to us, she has definitely earned quite a bit of money on Zazzle on her own, but she's ready to ramp up and make more consistent income.
Yeah.
So yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And we're going to sign off now. But if you are interested in joining the Profit by Design Academy, if all of these wonderful things that people have said, I'm going to show them really quickly again, just because. So Deborah is working on the PDA, working hard on her 50 products that we teach you what to do in the Profit by Design Academy, the list of 50 products that you should make. Then we've got Brianna, who just joined today, looking forward to start and jump right in. Then we've got Javita, who's been here now for a couple weeks with us. And she says that the PD has so many resources. Every dollar is worth spending for this product. Then we've got Angela, who also just joined as well. So she says that she's focusing on things that she's ever. I'm sorry, I'm getting so many emails. Some of them are from Zazzle, the Zazzle income coming in as we speak, which is awesome. And then Groovy Chick, if you've been part of our program before and you want more mindset and just that extra coaching aspect of things, then we should definitely talk, because that's exactly what we offer in the Profit by Design Academy and the live calls. And so if anyone else is on and you're just listening, because we do have actually quite a bit of people who have not been chatting, I can see the numbers, you're here and I see you. So if you're here lingering and not chatting with us, then if you're interested in learning more, you can always email us, but definitely go to, it's the link right there, Profit by Design Academy. Go to elkaclark.com/start and scale and get all the information you need. And that's where you can enroll. We've got a payment plan as well. And we cannot wait to see you in the program. We will see you in the academy. All right. Have a wonderful day and we'll see you there. Bye.
Bye.